Wow. For the start of the show, bum bum bum. We do not have that right now, but I'm going to end this share screen. Stop it. Look how technically amazing I currently am. All right, you guys. This is it. This is the Bushwick Book Club live stream for William Melvin Kelly's Dancers on the Shore. Thank you so much for being here. This is the Bushwick Book Club. You are here. We are the club. What we do is we celebrate creativity with creativity. So, all of the artists here that you're going to see tonight, we are all um, we're all readers. We've all read the book, Dancers on the Shore, and we have let it engage with our imaginations and our hearts and our spirits in that place where new art comes from, which I don't know what you call it. Sometimes I call it the mystery, and sometimes I call it the song hole. But it's where new art comes from. And you are going to hear and see brand new pieces being performed to you, inspired by, in response to William Melvin Kelly's Dancers on the Shore. And to begin the night, we have a very special presentation from Jessie Kelly. She is here with us. She's been so great through this whole process. Please welcome Jessie Kelly. Yay! Everyone can unmute and applaud and go nuts. Thank you, Jessie, for being here. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
It's been such a journey, and it's not even over because I didn't mention yet that this is the first show of three shows, at least three. There may actually be four. Other Bushwick Book Club chapters will also be doing dancers. And so we will, like, there's Los Angeles and London, and then possibly Oakland, California will also show new work in response to this wonderful book. Please welcome Jessie.
Overwhelming. Thank you. Can you hear me okay? Am I good? Oh,
Yes, you are good.
good. All right. So do you want me to start to read right now?
Yes, please.
All right. So I am going to read an excerpt from Enemy Territory, which is one of, well, each one of these stories I have a different relationship with, but I particularly like this one because it's sort of based on a true story. In order to make it a little bit more interesting, am going to show you some pictures as I chat. So I'm going to do that right now. And hopefully this will work right. And we'll see. Can you see? Do you see what I see? All right. Here we
Looks
go.
good.
All right. So from the beginning of Enemy Territory, I peered over a rotting tree stump and saw him moving without a helmet in the bushes. I got his forehead in my sights, squeezed the trigger, and imagined I saw the bullet puncture his head and blood trickle out. I got you, Jerome, I got you. Oh, you did not. I got you, you're dead. I must have sounded very definite because he compromised. You only wounded me. Tommy, Tommy, come here. Her voice came from high above me. I scrambled to my knees. What, Ma? She was on the porch of our house next to the vacant lot where we were playing. Come here a minute, dear. I want you to do something for me. She was wearing a yellow dress. The porch was red brick. I hopped up and ran to the foot of our steps. She came to the top. Mr. Bixby left his hat. As I had waited in ambush for Jerome, I had seen Mr. Bixby climb and an hour later chug down the steps. He was one of my father's poker playing friends. It was only after she mentioned it that I remembered Mr. Bixby had been wearing when he arrived a white, wide brimmed Panama hat with a black band. Entering my parents' room on the second floor, I saw it on their bed. My mother picked it up. Walk it around to his house. Now walk, I say. Don't run because you'll probably drop it and ruin it. It was so white, a speck of dirt would have shone like a black star in a white sky. So walk. Let me see your hands. I extended them palms up and she immediately sent me to the bathroom to wash. Then she gave me the hat. I did not really grip it, rather, with my finger in the crown, I balanced it as if to twirl it. When I stepped onto the porch again, I saw them playing on their corner. Valentine's gang. Well, in this day of street gangs organized like armies, I cannot rightly call Joey Valentine, who was 8, and his acquaintances, who ranged in age from 5 to 7, a gang. It was simply that they lived on the next block, and since my friends and I were at the age when we were allowed to cross the street, but were not yet used to this new freedom, we still stood on opposite sides of the asphalt strip that divided us and called each other names. It was not until I got onto the porch that I realized, with a sense of dread that only a 6-year-old can conjure up, that Mr. Bixby lived 1 block beyond Valentine's territory. Still, with faith that the adult nature of my mission would give me unmolested passage, I approached the corner, which was guarded by a red fire alarm box, looked both ways for the cars that seldom came, and swallowing, began to cross over. They were playing with toy soldiers and tin tanks in the border of dry yellow dirt that separated the flagstones from the gutter. I was in the middle of the street when they first realized I was invading. They were shocked. At the time, I can remember thinking they must have been awed that I should have the unequaled courage to cross into their territory. But looking back, I realized it probably had little to do with me. It was the hat, a white Panama hat. A more natural target for abuse has never existed. I was 2 steps from the curb when Joey Valentine moved into my path. Hey, what you got? Since he was obviously asking the question to show off, I bit my lip and did not answer. I saw myself as one of my radio heroes resisting Japanese interrogation. I was aloof. However, the white Panama hat was not at all aloof. Before I knew it, Joey Valentine reached out a mud-caked hand and knocked the hat off my finger to a resounding chorus of cheers and laughter. I scooped up the hat before any of them, retreated at a run across the street, and stopped beside the red alarm box. Wanting to save some small amount of my dignity, I screamed at them, "I'll get you guys, I'll get you. I'm not really an American, I'm an African, and Africans are friends of the Japs, and I'll get them to bomb your house." But even as I ranted at them, I could see I was doing so in vain. Across the way, Valentine's gang lounged with the calm of movie Marines listening to Japanese propaganda on the radio. I turned toward my house, inspecting the hat for smudges. There were none. It was as blinding white as ever. Already I felt tears inching down my cheeks. Now, until I was halfway up the porch steps, did I see my grandmother sitting in her red iron chair. But before I could say anything, before I could appeal for understanding and comfort, she lifted herself out of the chair and disappeared into the house. She had seen it all. I knew that, and she was too ashamed of me to face me. Suddenly, she was coming back, holding a broom handle. She had never before lifted a hand to me, but in my state, I felt sure that many things would change. I closed my eyes and waited. Instead of the crunch of hard wood on bone, I heard her chair creak. I opened my eyes and found the end of the broom handle under my nose. "You know if you don't go back and deliver that hat, you'll feel pretty bad tonight." I nodded. "We'll take this. We don't like you fighting, but sometimes you have to. So now you march down there and tell those boys if they don't let you alone, you'll have to hit them with this. Here." She pushed the broom handle at me. "You know who Teddy Roosevelt was?" I nodded. "Well, he once said, 'Speak softly and carry a big stick. You will go far.'" I understood her, but to do something like this was still alien to my nature. I held back. "Come on." She stood abruptly and took my hand. We went into the house, down the hall, and into her bedroom. "I have to see to the mulatto rice. You sit on my bed and look at the picture on the wall." She went on to the kitchen. I was still holding the broom handle and now put it down across the bed and climbed up beside it, surrounded by her room, an old woman's room with its 50 years of perfume, powder, and sweet soap. I felt a long way from the corner and Valentine's gang. There were 3 pictures on the wall, and I was not certain which one she wanted me to study. The smallest was of my granduncle Wilford, who lived on Long Island and came to Thanksgiving dinner. The largest was of Jesus, the fingers of his right hand crossed and held up, his left hand bearing his chest, in the middle of which was his heart, red and dripping blood. In the cool darkness of the room, he looked at me with gentle eyes, a slight smile on his lips. The third was my grandmother's husband, who had died so long before that I had never known him and had no feeling for him as my grandfather. He was light, like my grandmother, but more like some of the short, sallow Italian men who lived on the block. His black hair was parted in the middle. He wore a big mustache, which hid his mouth. His jaw was square and dimpled. With black eyes, he seemed to look at something just above my head. Well, all right now. My grandmother came in, sweating from standing over the stove, and sat in a small armchair beside the bed. Did you look at the picture? I didn't know which one. I looked at Jesus again. No, not him this time. This one. She indicated her husband. I meant him. So I will stop there. And
oh no. I didn't want you to stop. Did I tell you to stop? Oh man. I said the wrong thing. You got to keep going. I love that story. I love all the stories, and you're going to hear from all the different artists today, and how much they love this, and how they interacted. How it inspired them in all these different creative ways. I'd like to, before I bring on our first performer, I'd like to just mention also that the proceeds from this live stream are being shared today with Urban Art Beat, and we're going to learn more about Urban Art Beat and the amazing work that they do a little bit later. But I'm just like letting everybody be aware of that now, because it's a pretty amazing organization, and I'm really happy to be working with them on this. Please welcome our very first songwriter. He's also a Bushwick Book Club producer and a bandmate for me, because I'm lucky, and an amazing recording engineer and producer. Please welcome Charlie Nieland.
I did start my video.
Hi, Charlie. Hi. Look, that worked. Awesome.
Okay, I'm on. So
You're welcome.
This is going to be the first song in the show, and this is like the third one that I wrote. I abandoned two others, and this is the one that we're working with. So we switch sound here and do something a little different. Okay. Another night on earth waits on the corner for him to come. Just a father's words, the sound of morning in the sun. Another night on earth, the song went through you like a knife. If you could hear that voice, bigger than could fit inside a lie.
like silver, see the moon on your finger. Another night on earth waits on the corner for him to come. Remember all your hurt flows like a river to the sun.
That was wonderful. Charlie Nieland.
Nice.
It's so beautiful, Charlie. Holy cow.
Yes, so.
Susan,
I
can't
am
spotlight
going
you.
to play next, so I'm just adjusting the sound for myself. Okay, great. Okay. My song is inspired by Liberty Street, which is the first story in the book. It was really hard to choose what to write about, just which story to pick, honestly, because they were all so engaging. But this one is about a family, a young girl living on Liberty Street, that's where all the interracial moms and kids live in the town, and her daddy tries to be the only man on Liberty Street. That's the wrong key. This is Marlon, by the way. Marlon Cherry. It's okay, yeah. He doesn't care about the key. You don't have to care about it either. You just, you take your cues from Marlon. That's what happens. You got to go someplace you can meet your fate with a wave of all the abandon. Not this place where you wait and take what door that you're handed. Don't just wiggle your fingers, raise your hand up high. Your father was brave enough to try being the only man on Liberty Street. Just so mean they drive away your kind daddy, but not before he dreamed of putting a bullet in every mask that didn't like him being the only man on Liberty Street. fist so tight they turn his hands white like the belly of a fish. Your mother makes you promise to leave when you're 18 and she seals it with a kiss. You don't understand, but you know enough to lie. Someday you raise your hands up high. Your daddy was brave enough to try being the only man on Liberty Street. 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 Raise your hand up high. Raise your hand up high. Raise your hand up high. Ended it kind of weirdly. All right, that's my song. All right, thanks very much. Once again, this is Marlon Cherry. Woo! Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna have
Thanks for a quick little blues that was actually inspired by a post Jesse made about Satan and Adam, who and Satan and Adam passed recently. So it just got me listening to both of their amazing blues. So thanks again, and I'd like to welcome our next performer. His name is Ray Brown, and we're so happy he could be here. Marlon's happy too.
Yes, indeed.
There you go. We're all happy. Mr. Ray Brown is here. Oh, thank you. Thank you for some Ray Brown. All right. Take it away.
I want to start by saying, Fieldster, alma mater of our own Johnny and Sam. Shout out to the Sidewalk fam. Those Sarah Lawrence girls, they're so rich and sometimes so cruel. Emily, Morgan, Rebecca, Satellite. Riding out into the void, go into your classroom every day, wondering if your students care or know, or if they're just thinking about a boy. Dancer to Dunfords in 5 short years, oh, new language sent out to the moon and the stars. My clouds are not in sync. I read Marco Polo at the same time, and they bled into each other. Thousands of stories, thousands of years. Something happened on Liberty Street. A man and a woman and a child. Now it's gone, poof, vamos. Small story in a small town. When I think about the beauty that I saw, the magic of Lena Horne, Hollywood, it's just all too much. Paris, Rome, down in Jamaica, teaching the kids, trying to get a visa and just hanging on and on and on and on and on, happy, hot, and shirtless. Oh, dollar bill, y'all, photographs, tenement yards. Back home in Harlem, rich and poor, mostly poor, linseed oil, and the click and the clack. Towards the end, he asked if he had failed us. Absolutely not. We had a wonderful life. He looked up at the shelves and he said, all my books are really just one big book, world building in his art and in his life.
Thank you so much, Ray. I like to call Ray a softener. Because it's like, for me, it's always like, do I even have a soft part? Oh, there it is. Oh, it's getting softer. Oh my God, it's growing. You know, thanks for finding my heart and stuff. All right. Thanks to you guys. I I want this next part. This next performer is also very special to me. I met through the Urban Art Beat program, through Spirit Child, and through Urban Art Beat, and he participated in a Bushwick Book Club show. Gosh, I think it was like 4 or maybe 6 years ago, and it was for Maya Angelou's "I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings," and that was at Dixon Place, and he performed there, and he was amazing. And he's back today with a new piece. This is going to be the audio. It's going to be his song, pre-recorded, shared right now, and then he'll come on afterwards to speak about it. So here's Prince Akeem's song. Oh, I forgot to mention his name. His name's Prince Akeem. there's Prince Akeem. Hi. It's great to see you. Thank you for that awesome piece.
Good job, brother.
Oh, if you can remember to unmute yourself. And then I'd love to hear.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No, no. Thanks. Tell us more about
that piece was like, it was actually influenced by the poker party, and how, you know, like when the grown-ups is playing and stuff, like, and all the kids have to, like, the kids got to go to sleep while the grown-ups is up and like doing what they need to do. And so it took me to a world, like, I was just like, all right, now we got to deal with the, you know, the BS. So that's actually what the beat is called, the BS. So we trying to sleep, and, you know, like, there's so much going on. So that's what that was influenced that beat for me.
That is so cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for explaining that too. Thank you for the BS.
Yeah.
That was good BS.
Yeah.
All right. I'll listen to your BS anytime. Thank you. Thanks, Prince Akeem.
No, thank you.
All right.
For sure. Thank you.
We now have some more on Urban Art Beat, and our special guest right now is Rosaline Nopfel, and she is the executive director of Urban Art Beat. And please welcome Rosa.
Rosa!
It's so awesome to see you.
Amazing to see you all too. This is just incredible.
I love your work. I've loved it for years, you know, and the way you guys hold space for everyone, it's so deep, and it's a powerful thing. And thank you for everything you do. And thanks for being here with us.
Absolutely. My pleasure, Susan. Thank you for having us and for creating this once again for Urban Art Beat. That's just incredible. When reading about the author, we had a couple of things in common. Both Spirit and I are reporting to you live from Staten Island, where William was born. So that's exciting. And then I had something, I found a quote that said that he wrote about white people who think about Black people. And I'm white people who think about Black people all the time. And for multiple reasons. So felt very connected there. So thank you. But the reason why I'm here is more to talk about Urban Art Beat and the work that we do and the crossover with Bushwick Book Club. So we started Urban Art Beat in the Bronx, the birthplace of hip hop, so that there was more spaces for youth to express themselves. And so there's always been a really big connection between Bushwick Book Club and ways to express around creativity. And Susan has always been very welcoming to whatever youth movement that we are doing, which is amazing. And as we continue to crash through 2020 and find new and innovative ways to reach our youth, literature stands true as a way to do that. And even more so song and music as a way to bring that out and bring it to life. So it was great. It's great to follow Prince Akeem. Prince came in with us as a youth, and then he became a mentor. And that's the ultimate path that we're hoping for all of our youth to do. So he's been creating and rapping and emceeing and in the streets, the voice of the street for many years. And now he is able to turn that around and work with youth. And we just saw him on Staten Island to commemorate Eric Garner. So thank you, Prince. Thank you, Susan. Thank you to everyone who is supporting Urban Art Beat and alternative ways of any way to support youth getting, music and arts getting to the youth. Because as you can imagine, with the pandemic and the digital divide, it is harder and harder to get our youth that need arts the most. It's harder and harder to get them arts. So any way that you can support arts and music getting to our youth is incredible. So thank you, Susan.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to show the video now about Urban Art Beats, a short video. And remember that any donations made today to paypal.me/Bushwick Book Club, or you can Venmo us at Bushwick Book Club. Those proceeds are going to be shared with Urban Art Beat. Okay, let's have the video.
Not
thinking of individualism, individual self, and I got to get money, and I got to pass this exam, and I got to but how does your freedom affect the community, and how not to oppress the community with your freedom? How do we want the world that we live in to be? We start now.
Camp actually happened in 2 parts this year. So there was a 6-week session once a week here at Diaspora Community Center, where we engaged the youth on the topics of sexual health and healthy relationships. They got to know Urban Art Beat and our style. They developed some pieces, and that was the first 6 weeks. Then in the 6th week, we held auditions or interviews for the camp intensive.
The point of having the audition is that the youth see how serious it is. We try to really create a culture of commitment where they're aware that they're committing to something and that they need to be a part of it the whole time. And then this year we actually had the dual fold where we worked with a number of youth in a leadership capacity, so like getting them ready for camp so they were able to run the auditions. And anytime the youth can lead, it's better.
We had created this sexual health relationships rap before, and my part, this was a part that stood out when it was like sneaky links all summer 16, make him get tested, make sure he's clean, 10% got HIV, it's unfair to be unaware.
When it comes down, don't you be afraid. When it comes down, no matter what name you call. George Jackson,
Ashe.
Fred Hampton,
Ashe.
Amiri Baraka,
Ashe.
Marcus Garvey,
Ashe.
Malcolm X,
Ashe.
Fred Ho.
Ashe.
Inside of Urban Art Beat, yes, we are art instructors, but we actually focus on 4 areas of our work. So one is our work as revolutionaries, our work as artists, our work as instructors, and our work as mentors.
All right, peace everybody, how you feeling? All right, so cool. So usually in hip hop and in most spaces when we say peace, we get a like real loud peace back, right? So peace. Peace. All right, cool. Thank you everybody for being on time. We're gonna get right into it.
The less bone we built when we were young. Now we old and it's the stress. Loving your brother is the key. Hand in hand we family. When I was 7, teacher asked me what I wanna be. I said alive is getting harder to survive. No surprise, black and white men are ending black lives. Black lives matter. Let's come together and rise.
I'm trying to get in my bag, I wanna level up. All the shooting, man, I swear that I done had enough. Can we stick together and put the guns down? Pick up the love and spread it around. I'm trying to get in my bag, I wanna level up. All the shooting, man, I swear that I done had enough. Can we stick together and put the guns down? Pick up the love and spread it around.
Matt Black Productions.
Are you weeping yet? Is that what's happening? I'm gonna do this manual screen share. Look at that. Oh my God. Yep. Here you go. Donate here. All right. That's just some of the, amazing work that Urban Art Beat does, and you can help it. You can be a part of it. All right. Thanks. And I want to bring on our next performer. She's an amazing woman. She heads up Bushwick Book Club, Los Angeles, and she's also running all the tech wizardry right now, and we couldn't do this without her. Please welcome Stacy Rock. She's even spotlighting herself on the Zoom.
Well, you know what? It didn't
Amazing.
even give me the option to spotlight. So I'm hoping that I'm going to, oh, you know what? Maybe now. Now, can you spotlight me, Susan?
Sure. I'll do
not
whatever I
giving
can. It
me.
might,
Spotlight
you know,
me.
it might take, oh, I was like, it might take 90 seconds because I have a delay. Just a mental one. It's just,
I have one
okay.
of those too. I'm doing my best here. All right. This is awesome, you guys. This is such a cool cause and an awesome book. And I'm just going to play my song, which I finished today, which is not unusual. And I made it kind of complicated, so let's see what happens. But I was inspired by the short story St. Louis and the Monkeys, sort of about, and also the one, and I can't remember her name, but the sister, the daughter, that ends up deciding to keep, well, maybe I don't want to give any spoiler alerts. I don't know what to do there. But anyways, kind of the theme of having to choose the hard way, but choose for yourself. It seemed to be part of those two themes, and that's what inspired me. All right. It's easy here in bed, playing pretend, as if I am the person that you think I am. Lately I've had thoughts, maybe I'm inside this box with you, and I'm not true to myself. Love, it hits so fast that you're all I know, but now I see my future, feel the undertow. Now I want something else, I can't stay upon the shelf, a trophy one, and I've just begun to become myself. Pleasing you is the wrong thing to do, but it's not easy to walk away from this. But I diminish if I stay, so I got to walk away. I've clutched in our grips, but my hands still slip, trying to hold on. I've held my tongue, let my dreams go unsung, but I need them, so I leave them before I say I do. 'Cause pleasing you is the wrong thing to do, but it's not easy to walk away from this. But I diminish if I stay. I got to walk away. 'Cause pleasing you is the wrong thing to do, but it's not easy to walk away from this. But I diminish if I stay, so I got to walk away. I just got to walk away.
Woo! OMG, Stacy. I just got chills. I think everyone's has chills, you know. We can't hear the chills because they're not really audio, but you know, everyone's feeling them. And thank you so much for that. Marlon was just like, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
My cat is just, oh my God. Everyone, yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I'm feeling things, you guys. I wasn't planning on it. Um, all right, we're just going to keep going here because we have several more performers, and we're just going to keep feeling things, and that's what we do. We feel our feelings, and we keep going, and we share our art. And um, the next performer, we had Teresa Toro lined up, and she can't perform right now, but we are going to find another way to share her song when she's able to do that. And we just want to give a big thanks to Teresa also, because she's helping us in all kinds of ways, with the social medias and everything too. So thanks, Teresa, and we love you. And we also we love Timothy Dark.
Hi.
Timothy, he's
you hear
joining
me?
us from Las Vegas. Mr. Dark.
What's up? Can y'all hear me all right?
And I we miss you. We miss live performing and everything, and we miss performing with you in particular because you were part of, Bushwick Book Club in Bushwick. So anyway, it's great to have you
I miss
here.
you guys too.
All right.
You hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. So I scrapped the audio and I decided this morning I got up and I got inspired and I wrote this poem. So it's called Dirt. Don't bring that dirt around me. I'm trying to stay clean. My hat, my shirt, my shoes, my nose, I'm trying to keep them all clean. I don't want to see any kind of dirt. Well, maybe pay dirt. But don't bring that drug dealing, loan shark in Hunts Point, Bushwick, Chelsea Piers, Las Vegas, strip dirt, pimp dirt around me. I've been there, done that, run away from that, run back to that, and run away again. Now I'm all about the pen, keeping it clean, no matter what kind of trouble comes on the scene. I refuse to get dirty. So let's just be clear. Keep that dirt over there. Keep it in your little dirty dirt buckets. Well, maybe you could throw me a couple of ducats, but for the most part, keep that dirt away from me.
Oh, I was muted, but I wanted to clap. I wanted you to be able to hear the applause. Thank you so much, Timothy.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Always just a powerful point in the show is bringing Timothy on. And now I want to bring attention to some of our performers, our contributors, artists, musicians across the Atlantic Ocean. We also have Bushwick Book Club in London, and in addition to the U.S. chapters, and London will be doing their show for William Melvin Kelley on November 1st, which is his birthday. And this is a contribution from one of the Bushwick Book Club London performers. His name is Vinny Peculiar.
This is the song. The most beautiful legs in the world belong to the most beautiful girl. So tell me what's not to love. What are you really thinking of? I'm not so sure she's the one. Those legs of hers, they go on and on and on and on, and they're driving me out of my mind. Such an amazing find. The most beautiful legs in the world. The most beautiful legs in the world. Yeah. But if you look carefully, our willing hand is what you'll see. But I don't care to dwell upon. It's not contagious, she can't pass it on. And yet my friend keeps on at me. He says, you best tread carefully. But it's a jealous kind of empathy. The only thing on which we agree. The most beautiful legs in the world. The most most beautiful legs in the world. Alright. Alright. I get the feeling it will not end well. He will kiss and tell and go to hell, and now it feels like the world's on his side. So I give up the ghost. Now there's nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide. She knows it's over before it's begun. Those legs were a curse, she says. There's no good to anyone, and you'll never get holding my hand or take a walk with me on the Strand. The most beautiful legs in the world. The most beautiful legs in the world. Alright. She walked out of my life. I was a fool to let her go. And now I'm all alone at last, and lost, counting the days, counting the cost. And if you ever see her, well, say hello. I think she went due south to Mexico, although she's still here in my wildest dreams, dancing in and out of the moonbeams on the most beautiful legs in the world. The most beautiful legs in the world. The most beautiful legs in the world. Alright.
Yeah.
Whoops. Here we go. All right. All right. I wanted Vinny to be able to hear me from here in London. Okay. Thank you, Vinny. Please welcome our next performer. Troy Ogilvie has her piece, which she worked with Sean Gannet. And please welcome Troy.
Hi. We're about. Oh, hi, Susan. We're going to show you a little film that Sean and I worked on. My name is Troy, and I usually find improvisation to be my most honest form of dance expression, but I was inspired to actually choreograph something when I read about Uncle Wallace singing the blues in Cry For Me by William Melvin Kelley. So we're going to show you something. Choreography and performance by me, camera and direction by Sean Gannet, and the V-Mix will be run by my brother, Sam Ogilvy. So thank you and enjoy.
I often feel this way after a Troy piece where it's just like, I'm just more struck by the emotion of the piece. You're just like still in it. It's hard to like, come out of it, and you want to, you just need more time to like, process it. But that was really powerful. Thank you so much, Troy. Troy Ogilvie and Sean Gannet and Sam Ogilvie running the vmix. Okay, we have a few more performances. We have a couple more performances from London now. This is the founder of Bushwick Book Club London. She organizes that. And please welcome Amanda Thorpe.
Hi, Bushwick Book Club New York. Thank you so much for including me in the William Melvin Kelly Dances on the Shore Book Club. It's been such a joy to read this book, and I found it very difficult to decide what to write a song about. But seeing as though I like Lena Horne, I chose the story Not Exactly Lena Horne. And whilst this is pulled from the story, the song is not directly related to the story in some ways, because it's a very tender story about two retired railway workers who decided to live with each other, and it's a bit about their relationship, their friendship, and the difficulties of their friendship. Anyway, the song that I wrote is not about that. Well, it kind of is, but anyway. The whole book's fabulous and wonderful. So anyway, I've tried to record
Life's Books, more than 100 black and white speckled school notebooks, were piled neatly on a table beside the window. When Wilfred reached the room, Stanton was already menacing the table. He was scooping up an armful of notebooks. He turned round. Wilfred blocked his way. "Put them down, man. Stop playing." He could not believe this was happening. "I ain't playing, you mean. I'm burning my half." Life's passing by, passing by. Life's passing by, passing by. Sitting on the porch, spotting all the cars flying down the Long Island Expressway.
Wow. Wow. That she's yeah, it's like she said Marlon and I are here clapping, and you know, she said that it didn't have it wasn't about that story, and yet it was what I don't know what she was talking about. It was totally reflected that story, and it was, and of course that was one of my favorite stories, but I say that, and you know, they're all actually my favorite story, but that was you just have to read the book. If you haven't read the book, you have to read the book. You have to read all the stories. And the thing is, maybe you didn't read it in time for this show, but we're going to get these clips online, and there are more shows. So you can read the book now. You have some time to really, get into it. And also there's the reissue of the paperback edition, which is that reissue is happening next week on the 29th. And that features the cover art that you've been seeing here that was used for our flyers, which Jesi Kelley made herself because she's an amazing artist in like all kinds of mediums. And we have another London performer right now. And please welcome Grace Solero. This is a video she prepared for us.
We're on. Hi, Susan. Hello, everyone. Thanks for inviting us. Dan Valoria on guitar and Grace. And so this story I've chosen from the book is The Only Man on Liberty Street. And the title I gave it to the song I've written is The Love of My Life. And I try to express a feeling from both the mother and the daughter after he leaves.
That's Grace Solero with Dan Bellarier performing in London. We're at our final live performer. That was a pre-recorded video, but we're done with the video. We now have our last performer. This is Spirit Child. It's spirit time, people. Come on.
Woo, spirit.
Please welcome Spirit
peace.
Child.
Hi. How's it going?
Hi.
Peace. I'm gonna do this. Okay, good. I'm sharing. I tried to take some notes from the sharing audio part. I think I got it now. I think I'm good. I did want to see if Rosa could join me on this last finale with her video, because I'm gonna freestyle some things, and we're gonna end on a little freestyle note.
We'll try to spotlight her too.
Oh, could we do that? Oh, that's dope. Sorry.
It doesn't show you both if you're spotlighted, but if everybody else, let me try it. If everybody else turns their video off,
okay,
two of you will be together, and I'll let
Yay.
you know when you're both on here together. Everybody else.
Good.
Hold up.
Okay.
Hold up. Let me just make sure nobody's spotlighted.
No problem.
Where is there's someone's camera still on. Is no Rosa, you're on. Let's see.
It looks good on my view.
Wait. Now I might have it.
Oh.
Let me see. Takes a minute. Why is my video on? You're on together.
Yay! Okay, good. So thank you all for the amazing performances. Thank you, Jesse. This is and thank you, Susan, for the invitation and coordination always. And Charlie for all the tech specs and the beautiful sound and surround that you author every time. I'm going to try to do a little freestyle here. We're going to dedicate and honor a little bit of ancestral libation kind of vibe, and also extracting from chapters and vibes. So hopefully the sound comes out good. I tried to do this test run last time, but I think it should be fine. Y'all can tell me if it's too loud or not. How's that? Okay, sounds good? All right, good. Okay, cool. We're not starting yet. So Urban Art Beat is a formation, as Rosa mentioned. Your donations, your intentions mainly. We're on Rikers Island. We're at Sing Sing. We're also international. We're doing programs in prisons abroad. We're working with families here on Staten Island. Eric Gardner, Nicholas Hayward, who's no longer living. May he rise in power. And this is for all of the people who are struggling. It's been a really difficult time. Bushwick Book Club has always been in our hearts for providing amazing tactics and techniques with the skill of artistry, culture, and literature. And I really do appreciate that we can combine that. A lot of our programming and work has been through hip hop programs, through the auspice of culture, trying to incorporate different ways for people to learn, because we all know that, as Paulo Freire would explain, Pedagogy of the Oppressed, which is a really dope book, we have to have multiple intelligences, and we have to acknowledge the multiple intelligences from visuals. So thank you, Troy, for the dancing and all the videos that's been coming on, instrumentation, everything, whatever needs to happen in a way that it's like actions on all fronts, as many things we need to do. Big up to Prince Akeem. He is definitely a star in our hearts. He is the voice of the struggle, and he is very much, like Rosa mentioned, an example of working gradually, incrementally, seeing change on the ground, practical change, what it means to be a mentor, what it means to be a woman-mentor, what it means to not just create, but also innovate and activate. So we are revolutionaries. And with that said, what really struck me the most clearly, because young people is that's just where we are. They keep me young. We have a 2 and a 5-year-old of our own, soon to be 3. The life you save. So we want to dedicate this to all of those young people who are incarcerated, behind enemy lines, in prison, all the young people who don't have a voice but need a voice, And we know that if choices or situations, environments, and all that was different, we'd be there in a different manner. We show up in a different manner. So that's what Urban Art Beat does. We go out and we just try to facilitate a process and say, you are held. We love you. You are not your situation. You are beautiful, brilliant, and divine. That also goes for the older people too. So we're gonna have that for y'all and a dedication. So for you. All right, so Rose is gonna help me cue card as we all right, good, there it is. All right, okay. The only man on Liberty Street, walking with a beat, using urban art beat, we never get defeated. Enemy territory, that is something that's not glory. That's something that's not glorified for us. So, the poker party, Prince Akeem had it on lockdown. With his instrumental still coming through. What now? Hip hop is this, not exactly Lena Horne or maybe Billie Holiday. I said, Lorraine Hansberry, you are black, beautiful, you are brilliant. That's worry, don't ever worry, don't ever get scary. Cause the visit from grandma, we love her every day. So don't be Little Red Riding Hood. See your grandmother every day and think about the hood. Think about the situations that you may change. Cause the elders and the ancestors will always be here. They'll always remain. So St. Paul and the monkeys. Whoa, that's what it is. So don't be a donkey. Don't be Republican. Don't be a Democrat. That's what it is. You can get your life back. What shall we do? A drunken sailor. Many times I might think of a tailor. I wanna weave, I wanna heave, I wanna conceive, I wanna think about the ease, and I wanna think about the breeze. So I say, WMK, we love you, Ashe. First, I'm gonna come in with a hook, so you can hold it, Rosa Bettina. Just don't take the look. So WMK, we love you every day. WMK, we love you every day. WMK, we love you every day. Ibaye, Ashe for the ancestors. WMK, we love you every day. WMK, we love you every day. WMK, we love you every day. Ibaye for the ancestors. Keep writing for the ancestors. Keep performing for the ancestors. Keep going for the ancestors. Keep along for the ancestors. You are a great man. You was a great man. You will stand. We light a candle for you. Oh, every day. Ashe, every day, Ashe. Donnie, with Swapabani and Clyde. That's what it is. I'm for the ride. I'm smooth sailor, smooth stipe with the captainship. The servant problem, that's not the apprenticeship. We don't think about it. We think about you. We think about us. We think about the solutions within us. So ashes and just adjust. What do you want? Maybe just us, maybe just us, and that's what it is. Brother Carly, how do you feel? How was the kids? How's your sister? How you doing? How you feeling? How's your mister? What's the ruins? What's going on? How you feeling? What's the kids? Cause the life you save will be your very own. If you think about a child, you will hold the prone. You will hold them. Don't hit them. Don't bruise them. Don't misuse them. Don't lose them. So keep them close to you. Keep them close to your heart. The life you save will be your very own. That is very smart. So think about the things that you want to be. They've been smacked enough to last a lifetime. See? So you can't hit them again. Don't be that. Don't be the system, because that is very whack. We need justice. We need you. We need the facts. We need to do a little more soul searching, more longing, more time, and more lurking, more working, more innovative searching. The pedagogy is all in the mind. The little one has so much such time to develop and devour. You are beautiful. You are the power. Good long walk. Good long sidewalk. That's what it is when I see you, not outlined in chalk. So stay alive. Keep alive. Keep the hope alive. Keep the dreams alive. Keep it full inside. You will survive. You will always survive. You will always survive. WMK, love you every day. WMK, we love you every day. WMK, we love you every day. Ibaye, Ashe. WMK, we love you every day. WMK, we love you every day. WMK, we love you every day. Ibaye to the ancestors. You are my ancestor. You are my ancestor. You are my ancestor. You are my professor. What's the next card? We about to end on this. The most beautiful legs in the world, you can depend on this. Saw it last time when I seen her. I think the most beautiful legs belong to Rosa Bettina. Oh, baby cry for me, baby die for me. Maybe you might think about that, but stay alive for me. You have to be this, always for the kids, cause the life you save might be that shit, or might be that kid, might be that one, might be the president, it might be your son, it might be your daughter, the things that you might offer. You have to think about this. Don't be the slaughter, don't be the victim or the killer. You are so intelligent, you are thriller. Like Michael Jackson, the thriller and Malilla, you could come back and still might see what you still are of the life you save may be your very own. On a microphone or without a microphone, the life you save may be your very own. Without a microphone or with a microphone. So thank you very much, Miss Sailor, Rosa Bettina, that car that you had with the tailor. I might think about this on my way to Jamaica. I might see you later. Moves, we never fake them. See you later. Moves, we never fake them. WMK, assalamu alaikum. We'll see you soon, because you're always here. You are always here, and we love you, dear. Thank you very much, Jesi. Big up, y'all. Bushwick Book Club.
Everybody unmute. Everybody turn the videos on.
Yeah.
Thank you. WMK, love you every day. Love you,
Yeah.
Spirit.
Oh my God.
Thank
It's
you
unbelievable.
to everybody who contributed.
Thank you
Thanks for
so
everybody
much.
watching.
That was awesome.
Charlie,
Yeah,
thank you
thanks
so
for-
much. Everybody,
Thanks,
thank you
everyone.
so much for the opportunity. Word, like,
Yeah.
And I ain't gonna lie, like I was producing, but for this specific, like I produced that specific beat to a story in that, like a short story in that in the essay. So like I feel honored to even be a part of this. Like
We
honestly,
feel honored to have you. Thank you, Prince Akeem.
yeah, I appreciate it for sure. Like,
Thanks to everybody
Thank you.
for the show. Thank you for your donations and
Can you hold that up again? The donation thing? Will you
yes,
hold it up again?
It'll come up at the end.
It'll come up at the end. Okay,
There it
Charlie's
goes.
gonna bring it up at the end as well.
support urban RB.
It's been
Support the
it's
youth.
been wonderful, and I love
Holly got
how
this.
you said we're saving our lives. We're saving each other's lives, and we share ancestors, and WMK is our ancestor, and you guys are my people, and
Yes.
and thank you very much. We want to give
Thank you-
a lot
thank
of love to
everybody.
Jesi.
Yeah,
Jesi
so
Kelly,
much.
thanks for being here.
Thank you, Jesi.
Thank you,
We do a
Jesi.
group
My
hug
glasses on.
the author at the
Jesi.
end.
You can see me crying.
Oh,
Take your glasses off. It's all right. Yeah, it's all right. Put it out, like.
I'm good.
so we just want to send a lot of love to Jesi and to WMK, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
Love your
Thank
faces.
you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Ooh, urban heartbeat, urban heartbeat. That's where the heart is at. No?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's
Voice
right.
of the youth. Love you. Thank you.
That was great. That was fantastic.
So that's it. Are we off?